Hi friends, today as you can see we have something a little bit different than what I normally do, and that's because today is a Saturday and I upload on Sundays, and to say the least this quarter has honestly hit me like a truck, so I didn't really have time to prep for a video or do all the research that I normally would do for something on this channel. So today I'm actually just gonna do an anthropology Q&A. And this is just a combination of questions that I've gotten from you guys in the comment section, and then also things that I just think would be valuable to know as a potential anthropology student or an incoming college student even. So this is just a list that I have compiled, and yeah, I hope it's helpful. Again, keeping it casual. I don't have the mic today, nothing is really planned out, so hopefully this does the trick and gives you your Sunday anthropology fill. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first question that I have here is, when did you declare a major in anthropology? Now, for anyone who doesn't already know me, my name is Alivia, and I am a third-year anthropology student at UCLA. And when I came into college, I was completely undeclared. I didn't know what I wanted to do at all. I knew that I liked social science, and that was pretty much it. So my first quarter, I took a GE called Linguistic Anthropology. At my school, it's listed as Anthropology 4. And I took this class hoping to get some credit and maybe just learn a little something about myself. That was kind of all my classes. And I ended up absolutely loving it. The professor was amazing, the content was amazing. I actually did a book recommendation that I learned from that class. I filmed a video on it, I'll have it linked right here, or right here, I can't remember. And it was amazing. And so I decided to take another anthropology class the following quarter, and I really didn't expect to like a class more than I already liked linguistic anthropology, but boy was I wrong. And the class I took that winter quarter was biological anthropology, and I fell in love head over heels, even more so than linguistic anthropology. So at the end of winter quarter, my freshman year of college, I declared my major in anthropology. Okay, the next question I have is, what is your subfield? Which is actually a smooth transition from the last question. Like I said, I love biological anthropology, so that is my subfield, I would say. Within biological anthropology, I don't actually know. I guess that would be my subfield. And I love it all. I love the molecular side. I love just the evolutionary side in general. I love the sexual behavior side also. If you haven't explored that before, feel free to look it up. It's riveting. I guess the main answer for that question would be biological anthropology, and I have a little bit of a soft spot for linguistic anthropology. The next question that I have is, why do you love anthropology? And the question that I usually give, or the answer I usually give to this question most frequently, is the fact that anthropology just gives you this very uniquely human perspective on things. So when you're learning about the world, which you're pretty much doing in every class that you're taking, whether it's engineering or political science, what you're doing is learning about the world. And within the major of anthropology, you're learning about the world as it relates to us and as we relate to the world. So I just think there's something really beautiful about that. And I think also humans have this like power that either we are or aren't aware of, and anthropology has this very like hands-on, help the world, save the world mentality that I really would like to incorporate into my career later on. I want to make an impact somehow. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. And I truly think that anthropology is the field that can offer me that the best. So that's my short little SparkNotes answer as to why I love anthropology. The next question is, which class converted you to the anthropology major? I said this at the beginning, but it was Anthropology for Linguistic Anthropology. It was taught by H. Sami Alim, I believe is his full name. You can look him up. He's an amazing public speaker, writer, professor. He's so intelligent. So if you want a real inside look as to why I was like converted, go ahead and check him out. The next question that I think is really interesting is, have you ever doubted your major? And as much as I want to say no, I'm obsessed with it and I've never doubted it once, that wouldn't be authentic. And I just think this is a great space to be completely honest and say that yeah, I actually have doubted my major. I think other anthropology students would understand that sometimes it's hard to really feel like you're gonna come out on top in this degree because there's not really a path that's set up for us in this, I don't know, in a super linear way, you know, like I'm not gonna get my math degree and then go do statistical analysis for some big company. Like there's not like a step A, step B, step C situation. And as much as I love people and human connection, I've definitely gotten myself in corners where I'm like, do I have a chance at being successful later? I don't know. Even now, I like to think so, and I'm building this amazing community of anthropology students and just intelligent individuals online, and I'm hoping that we can all help each other out. But I absolutely have doubted my major. I have always come back to it and been like, no, I love it. So yes, I've doubted it, and I really plan to stick with it. The next question is, what do you want to do with your major? And gosh, is this a loaded question for such a short video, but okay, the short answer is I don't know. The long answer is I've got a few options. I think it would be really great to do research. That's definitely one of the most standard options. I love biological anthropology and everything that field has to offer. So maybe going to get my PhD and then eventually doing research. Long term with that path, I personally think it would be really great to eventually hold a professorship position. I love teaching. I mean, obviously I talk about like nerdy things online every week just for fun, but I think it would be a really great thing to be a professor and have this job that you're committed to like 9 months out of the year, and then maybe over the summers do maybe have a lab in a different part of the world, or to have like a field site in a different part of the world, or do like travel and volunteering for 3 months of the year. Granted, I don't know what the professor responsibilities are over the summer, so this is just me like fantasizing, but that's certainly an option. I think another thing that really appeals to me is going into like a nonprofit group and finding an organization that really connects with my goals. And then the last thing is something I'd love to do is anything along the lines of entrepreneurial something. I'm always thinking of just like different products or different things that would improve people's lives, but the bottom line there wouldn't be the business. For me, it would be like the percent of the profits that goes somewhere else, or like maybe this product is helping someone else. I would consider myself a pretty creative person, and having a major in anthropology, you understand people, and if you understand your customer base and the people that you're like understand your audience, then I think it could be a really great business perspective. So those are kind of the 3 things that I've thought about, but there are so many options. I'm not even kidding, like this is tip of the iceberg. So don't let my thoughts on what I want to do with my major inhibit your plans. Maybe just look at them as a starting point if nothing appeals to you. Okay, ooh, I somehow jumped to the camera. Whoops. Is anthropology hard? I think honestly the answer to that is yes and no, kind of like most majors. It really does depend a lot, I think, on what your focus is. In my experience, the biological anthropology classes have been significantly more challenging than some of the other areas of anthropology. With all that said, it depends on the professor and what else you're taking at that time and how well everyone else in the class is doing. So basically it depends. I think it's a pretty manageable major, honestly. People assume that it's a really easy major, and while that's true on some level, it definitely depends for each class. Yeah. And then the final question that I have, and I will admit that this is one that I thought of myself, is what would you tell people who are considering majoring in anthropology? Or maybe you already are majoring in anthropology. I think what I would say to you is don't give up. Don't let all your friends who are talking about some engineering firm or some econ job stop you from pursuing a major and a career that you love. I think in this generation, there's a lot of people sacrificing their quality of life for other factors like money or comfort, which I totally understand. If that's your path, like power to you. Maybe you can use that money for good, or you can save up and then do cool stuff and travel. I don't want to say anything bad against that. That's just not really where I'm at personally. So don't compare yourself. It's so cheesy, but it's so true. And also just really take the opportunity to explore the major. You know, find other videos online about anthropology, learn about the content and the goals and the history. Anthropology has a pretty dark history, so definitely just keep all of that in mind. And if you have not yet declared your major and you're going into college, take a few classes, experiment, see if you like it, and then of course just explore some of the career opportunities that may be available to you down the road. I think the best thing that anyone can do regardless of their major is just immersing yourself in the field and finding different opportunities through it, whether that's a lab or a volunteer group or whatever it is. So yeah, those are my questions and my casual Q&A. If anyone else has questions for me that I did not answer in this video, maybe I could do another anthropology Q&A in the future if people enjoyed it. I literally thought of this video at midnight last night before I read my book. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So hopefully things will get better in this upcoming week of school. But I just want to tell you all that I have my classes I'm taking video coming up because it's a new quarter and that's always very exciting stuff. So I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm planning on it. And yeah, I know people really like those videos. So thank you so much again for watching. I will see you all next Sunday and stay safe out there. Okay, bye.